Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time it's our Toro Bonellia with 1,199 rating versus Shrink with 1,171 rating, so it's going to be another higher to DB video, and let's hop right in. We're going to see our Toro win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, 40 versus 40, and he chooses to go first. Opening hand is Black Metal Dragon, Nib, Saferd, Imperm Tracer. This is pretty good. 40 is obviously better than 60. Many reasons. But right here he opens up like Black Metal Dragon plus Tracer, which is like insane. Like he's playing through hand traps. Then he has Imperm, Whiptail, Nadir Servant, Gamma, and Ecclesia. Oh, so he's on Zoodiac Dogmatika. Dragon Link is the deck that you want to play against if you're on Zoodog, because like your deck's built to beat combo, and like this is the most combo deck of the format. So this should be an interesting match. Normal summon Black Metal, go into Striker, Striker Metal, add Red MD, add Boot. Then banish Striker, summon Red MD effect, summon Saferd from hand. Then Saferd effect, and that's going to add White Dragon, and then summon White Dragon by banishing Black Metal from the grave. And then go into Romulus 1, White 2, Imperm 3. Pretty obvious. If you don't do it there, then you're going to get hit with Herald. Add Black Dragon. Then banish White, summon out Black Dragon, activate Boot effect to summon out Tracer. Also, if you guys couldn't tell, I'm on the new mic. Let me know how you guys think about it. Like, is it good? Is it too loud? Is it too soft? I need to know, because I spent like hours on this mic trying to make it sound right. Like, no lie. Like, I spent a lot of time trying to make this thing sound right. So hopefully it sounds decent. Make LP. Also, I found out Robo Grinder wasn't because of my mic, it was because of my software I was using to record. So I'm on a different like recording thing now. So hopefully everything sounds better. Make Pisty, and then LP effect, that's gonna get hit with Gamma. You have to Gamma the LP. That's gonna bring out Brotar, and that's Levianeer. That's too much. Especially with like Saferd. He's gonna make Seal here though. This is really good to end on. Through 2 interruptions, he ends on an interruption that's also a follow-up. Set Imperm, end phase, the side frames get banished, draws desires. Yo, this dude's hand is crazy. Like drawing desires off the top too. Like you didn't need to do that. Summon it. Effect. No, you don't need to use effect. Like, it's obvious that Imperm's set, but no, you don't use effect there. Yeah, no, like, you can definitely just do it later on in the turn with Nadir Servant. So why would you do it here to where you really risk it, where if this, like, just isn't Imperm and it's, like, called by or something, and then, like, you just don't play your Zoo engine. So it's going to negate Ecclesia, battle phase attack Seal bounce Boot, and then Seal effect to bring out Brotar get rid of Nib, add Levianeer, and then Ecclesia beats over the Bro. Normal summon Whiptail in main phase 2, goes for Borbo, Hammer Kong, then Trident, doesn't have to play around Nib, he knows both these cards. Then activate Nadir Servant, send Ash to add Knight. I prefer, like, I like having Omega in the extra deck. Like, a lot. It comes up so often, actually. Omega in the extra deck, like, right here, if he wanted to, he could use it. Put back Brotar so that way Trident can pop next turn. Or he could pop Boot and Trident and Omega put back the Bro. Could also put back the Saferd, the Tracer, just leave it engraved to put back Trident later on. Like, Omega's kind of crazy. Banish 10, draws Punishment, Ecclesia. Those are some bad draws. You don't want to draw Ecclesia there. He already has access to it with Ash. Punishment's decent though. It's a trap. Ram is a FTK versus this deck turn 2. Because it just makes Mega Clops. And they have to get to Imperm to out that. He's playing Droll, Imperm, Nib, Gamma, Ash. Obviously, if you're on Zoo, you have to play a lot of hand traps. There were some lists only playing like 9 hand traps and only 3 high impact ones, and it's like you just lose to Dragon Link every game you go second. End phase Ash at Ecclesia. I don't know. Some people's arguments for this format is just really poor. They'll be like, yeah, if you open up a hand trap versus Dragon Link, they just combo you anyways and you lose, so why should I play hand traps versus them? Well, because if you don't draw a hand trap versus them, then you lose. You just have to play high impact ones. Chaos Space. He doesn't have White Dragon in deck, obviously. Before anyone comments it, this can't search Gamma. So it's gonna have to hope that Dryden pops Levianeer so that way you can Brotar, get rid of Space. Banishes Lights and Darks, summon out Levy, and then Levy effect. He's going to drop Knight to negate that. Then Battle Phase, attack Dryden. He's going to take 18. And then this gets banished because the Dryden had Whiptail under it. And also, I know someone's also going to say this, like, oh, Levianeer can't attack, it used its effect. You see that little thing right there, and then it says also. Yeah, so it can attack because it was negated. Activate boot effect, summon out Tracer, and then Tracer on boot. That's gonna bring out Recharger, and then he's thinking 2 seconds, not 1 second. He's gonna use Punishment on Tracer. Brotar Chainlink 1, Elder Chainlink 2 pop Recharger, bring out Brotar effect on itself. Man, like at this point, you would have been better off just letting him make Savage. He's gonna get to add not. Wait. So, that's so confusing. So you don't Dryden pop to play around Brotar. So instead, you Punishment pop to play into. This dude is playing it so wrong. Like, he just wasted Dryden then. Oh, it's so annoying to see. Chaos Space, put back Levianeer, draw Black Metal Dragon. Like, okay, before people say like, oh, a combo takes more skill. I mean, control takes more skill than combo because you can mess up more. It's just not true. Combo has so many more different routes to take, and if you mess up, you get punished more. Combo is for sure harder than any control deck ever, guaranteed. He's gonna link away Brotar, gets banished because it was summoned by its own effect. Make Striker Dragon. He can Nocto. He can Striker for Recharger. Red MD summon back. Yeah, Striker on its effect and Recharger. He is locked in the darks though. It's not gonna be like the greatest end board. Bring out Red MD effect. Actually, it's not gonna be like an end board at all. Can't make Savage. I don't know what he's gonna do. Safer effect, getting rid of Black Metal and Noctos. So that's gonna search for Levy. Summoning it? What are you making this turn, dude? Effect? It was already Night. Once per turn. Aw, come on, man. You gotta know Levianeers once per turn. He said it's a hard once per turn. Checking logs. He didn't even know he used it this turn. Wait. This turn actually took 15 minutes? I actually want to check. Okay, it took 12 minutes. Fair. It took 12 minutes for this turn? And he messes up? Man, you can't take 12 minutes for your turn to mess up like that. Draws Thoroughblade. Can't go in his extra deck, so it's decent for your next turn. Normal summon Ecclesia, effect that punishment. Oh man, he's playing a huge Dogmatika engine. Switches Knight to attack and Ecclesia to defense. Knight attack Red MD, gain 500. And then Ecclesia beat over Seyfried. Then set punishment, pass play, draws Gamma. You can go like Battle Phase, Crash Knight, Seyfried, add back Levy, and then pass. That way Gamma's on. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you have to do that. Because if you don't have Gamma live, then you could just lose through that Levianeer. Pass, draws Ram, where it's a lot harder to lose with a Gamma being live. Normal summon Thoroughblade. I don't get why people put counters on this stuff. It's like a disadvantage to put counters on your stuff. Make Chalk-9, like, you're telling your opponent this card's got 2,000 attack without them having to ask. And in real life, you just can't do that. Makes Tiger Mortar, equip Whiptail to Tiger. He's going to chain Gamma on that. Like I said, very hard to lose through this. Negates and destroys the monster and puts bodies on board. Even though like this deck has like multiple ways of doing piercing. Draws Nib. It's going to banish Darks to summon Levy. A Levy effect. He's going to hit Ecclesia, pass his turn, he draws Nib. He's going to normal summon the Ram. Does he play in the Nib though? If this Dragon Link player makes a comeback, like, I don't even know. Like, it'll be crazy. Chalk-9 effect, bring back Trident, Tiger Mortar. Please don't play in the Nib. On Whiptail and Trident. Then pass. Alright. You love to see it. Doesn't play in the Nib. There's no point of playing it to there. Draws Divine Lands. Like, if you play in the Nib there, like, you could just be throwing the game. Levy attack Trident. He's thinking. So Whiptail's gonna banish the Levy. Draws Droll. Holy man, like these guys are just talking up a storm. Draws Droll. And then switches Ecclesias to attack, and then he's gonna attack for 4K. Pass turn, draws Gamma, and then that's next game. So now moving on to game 2, we're going to see Dragons go first again. It's pretty obvious, they're really good at going first. Opening hand is Black Metal Dragon, Brotar, Quick Launch, Imperm Tracer. Again with the Tracer Black Metal Dragon, like it's crazy. It plays through so many like different unique hand traps too. And just like the normal hand traps. Like it lets you like at least know like Savage is getting put up. Then he has Nadir's Servant, Nib, Barrage, Nadir's Servant, Tanky. One hand trap. It is a high impact one. Usually when I play this deck, well, I mean his side deck patterns are definitely going to be different than mine since he's playing a huge Dogmatika engine. But like I usually side out like Tankies versus Dragon Link. Just because you only want to open up one zoo versus them. And then like anything more than one zoo is completely dead. And usually even the one zoo could be dead if you don't draw enough hand traps because they'll buster lock you. So you really got to hand trap the dragon opponents. Like a lot. He's going to normal summon Black Metal Dragon, go in the Striker. He's going to get both the effects, add Red MD, add Boot. Gotta love to see it. Banish Striker, summon Red MD, then Red MD effect, that's going to summon Black Metal from Grave. Then he's going to link those two off in the Romulus effect to grab Divine Lance, and then equip Divine Lance effect, equip Phalanx summon itself. Then he's going to go in the Link Cross effect to bring out tokens. He's doing it right. If you're doing it on the left side, you have to do it like this, and if you're doing it on the right side, then you want Link Cross in this extra monster zone and Phalanx all the way to the right. and the token's all the way to the left. So he at least knows his placements. Makes metal effect, bring back phalanx, and then nib. If you don't, you just get hit with herald. No one's going in the needle before herald. There's no point to risk the nib hit. Quick launch, bring out tracer, or like a really strong gamma on needle. Like gamma and nib both like punish that play. Then goes in the needle effect. That's gonna bring out rocket synchron. Then activate boot effect, summon out tracer from hand. Then link in the LP, then link in the Pisty. LP effect, so he's not respecting Ogre, which is a little weird. I mean, he has Brotar, so I guess like if he gets hit with Ogre, he just summons out Brotar, but I don't know. I think this is a matchup where you'd want to respect a game too, especially like without having Herald on board to just not, like if you have Herald on board, they can't even activate Ogre. LP, bring out Seyfried effect, add White Dragon. I mean, either way, this is combo. Pisty effect, bring out Tracer. Then banish black, summon out white. Then uses white, needle, LP, and Pisty. Oh, okay. Alright, so that makes a little bit more sense. Make Skull Dread 1, White Dragon 2, add black, and then draw 4. Yo, why are people on 2 failings? You don't want to draw it, so you play 2? It just doesn't make sense. If you don't want to draw something, why would you ever play more than 1? Like, I guess like they always want it in deck for Divine Lance, but you just don't need it. You just simply don't need it. This dude's list is weird. Like the Nocto, double phalanx, the Imperm, puts back 3, banish white, summon out black, then special summon Nocto because a Dark Dragon was summoned. Skull Dread, summon out Brotar effect, get rid of phalanx to add Levy. He's gonna get rid of Skull Dread and Nocto to make Seal. Nocto effect to draw Buster. Oh, that's unfortunate because he's just gonna equip that from hand now. He's gonna link in the Union Carrier. Then banish 3 darks to summon out Levy. Levy effect to hit a card from hand. He wants to hit Nadir's Servant here, because like the Zoo cards just don't do anything. Nadir's Servant does, and it forces negates. If you open up multiples, like you can activate it, force Savage negate, activate another. They have another negate. They're forced to do it. So it does hit an Nadir's Servant. That's actually really big here. Tracer pop Levy to bring out Recharger. And then make Savage effect to equip Skull Dread, banish Safer to add back Levy. Union Carrier to equip Buster to Savage. If he had double Nadir's Serving, he'd be able to activate one, Savage negate, or Elder's gonna force, and then activate another, and then he wouldn't have another negate to stop that, and he could wipe the board. Draws Ice Dragon. I don't get this. Why do people side traps versus combo going second? It just doesn't work. Think about it. If you're on Dragon Link and you go first, and you end on this big board, and you think like, oh man, like if my opponent has Ice Dragon's Prison in hand, it's just a dead card. So now flip the script. Now you're on Zoo. Why would you want it in hand for it being a dead card? It's not helping you break the board. Nib beats Seal effect, bounce Nib, and then Seal effect, bring out Seyfried, activate Tanky Search for Whiptail, activate Barrage on Tanky. You just don't negate any of this stuff, and like the Zoo stuff doesn't matter when they're under Buster. Then Thoroughblade, get rid of Whiptail, draw Ash. Set Ice Dragon's Prison, pass turn. He's not even going to activate Nadir's Servant because Savage is going to negate it. Draws Talons. Banish Lights and Darks, summon out Levy, then Levy effect, and then Shrink's just going to admit defeat. There's not too much you could do there. The Buster Lock is very powerful. Moving on to game 3, we're going to see Zoo go first. Zoo is very good at going first. People underestimate the deck because it ends on like Trident plus hand traps half the time, or it ends on Trident, Ecclesia, but like it's a decent amount of interruptions, and like it's hard to stop. Like you can't just like Veiler one card and it stops the deck. Opening hand is Quick Launch, Rocket Synchron, Talents, Recharge your Whoa, he opened up. So I'm guessing since he's on 40, he's playing Nocto and Phalanx and all that he's on double Tracer, one Recharger, one Rocket Synchron for his Rockets. And if so, like the Quick Launch pretty much makes it so he opened every Rocket in his deck, which is kind of crazy to think about. Then he has Ecclesia, Droll, Tanky, Whiptail, Punishment, so he has the Zoo plus Dogmatika. Hopefully he's not one of those guys that Tanky's in the Thoroughblade for the first play of the duel, because, like, please just don't. Okay, good. I was going to say, because if he does, he's playing into Gamma, he's playing into Ogre, he's just taking the game and throwing it. But he adds the Ram, and then he's going to put Hammer Kong over it, then Trident. I personally don't agree with this play. I would have not used Tanky, played around Droll, normal summon Whiptail and made the Trident, and then summon Ecclesia. If they have Imperm, they're going to Imperm the Ecclesia. They're not going to hold it for Trident. And yeah, you'd have Whiptail under Trident. And then you'd have Tanky for next turn, which could grab Rat, and then Rat can send combo. Assuming he's playing combo. Or it could grab Ram next turn. Ecclesia summon itself and use that effect. That's going to add Knight. And then set Punishment and pass play. Draws Divine Lands. Not good. Normal summon Rocket Synchron. Link in the Striker Dragon. Uses the effect. That's going to add Boot. And then he's going to get hit with Droll here. He can use Talents to affect the steal. Or look at the hand. He's going to use Talents. He's going to use the Take effect. He's going to change Trident to pop Striker Dragon. He's just going to take Ecclesia now. That turns off the Knight also. And then he's going to use Recharger effect since the Striker Dragon was popped. Bringing out Rocket Synchron. Stinking on Summon. He's going to link those two away in the Needle, then Needle effect, that's going to bring out Phalanx. He's thinking on that summon, goes in a Link Cross effect, bring out its tokens. It's nice, beautiful Link tokens. Gotta love to see it. On the resolution, he's thinking he's going to use Punishment, target Link Cross. Sends Elder, I would have targeted Phalanx. For sure. And then Elder, pop Phalanx, activate Quick Launch, bring out Tracer, getting rid of Tracer to make Striker Dragon, effect on token and Rocket Synchron, then activate Boot effect, summon out 2 Rockets from hand. Hopefully he kept the second Phalanx in while going second. I mean, I assume he would. If he's playing 2, they'd most likely stay in the main deck at all times. Except maybe against like the mirror match. So I'm guessing this Divine Lance is still alive. Yep, it's the only reason to make this Romulus. Divine Lance effect, equip Phalanx summon itself. It's not like he can afford to play Ravine in this deck too. Like, this dude's deck is already like very, very tight. Make LP, then make Pisty, LP effect, that's going to bring out Red MD. Then Red MD effect, that's going to bring out Tracer. Goes in the Sword. Yeah, Pisty effect, that's going to bring out Recharger. Then he's going to use Recharger and Tracer to make Savage. Savage effect, that's going to equip Needle. Then end of main phase, he's going to summon Knight. Yeah, you just let that go through. No, sword attack overnight. Sword affected gain, so he's not going for games. Savage on Dryden. He's gonna whip tail effect. He's gonna savage negate. Battle step. Whip tail effect. He's gonna use sword effect to switch savage to defense. Alright. And then sword's gonna beat in the Dryden, and then sword gets banished because of whip, and then attack for 1,000. Yeah, pass turn, draws drool. Like a yeah, that fell off a while ago. He needs to draw like a zoo next turn. Set drool, pass, draws lightning storm. Let me think. He still has his protector. He doesn't have a striker. Yeah, this is kind of rough. Can't do much here. Battle phase, savage attack the set. It's kind of worth just like leaving like obviously he's not gonna link the savage off with it having 1 negate and his opponent having 0 cards. Draws whiptail, there he goes. It's like something really good about Zoo is like versus like a negate, as long as it's not like a hard negate, like a negate and destroy, they just work through normal negates like it's nothing. Make Borbo, make Chalkanine, then Chalkanine effect on Dryden. He's gonna savage negate that, and then make Tiger Mortar. Tiger Mortar effect. He's going to attach Whiptail to itself. It's gonna make a 2,500 attack. Battle phase, beat over Pisty. Gets banished because of whip. Main phase 2 passes, draws Black Metal Dragon. See, now he can link this away if he wants to. And he's thinking. He's gonna normal summon it, link it away, link both away in the seal. Passes turn. He said that was unexpected. I mean, it's better than just like savage attack Tiger Mortar, get banished, left with this dead card. Like this leaves him with again an interruption and a follow-up. Very strong card. Battle phase is just gonna seal bounce it. Then seal effect, bring out Brotar, then Brotar effect, add Levianeer. Then passes turn, draws quick launch. We already went over like this quick launch is gonna be dead. He's thinking he's gonna banish 3 darks, summon out Levy, and then Levy effect, rip the card out of hand. Link away Brotar and Levy into Union Carrier. Alright, Union Carrier effect on itself, equip Saferd. Attack for that. Quick 2,000. Passes turn, draws Imperm. Sets it, passes turn, draws Nocto. Man, you can make like the Protector card with his Union Carrier and token like after he equips again. But that is a little bit off from game. Carrier on self, equip Saferd. I mean, it's not like he's in a bad spot. Like, he has Levy for multiple turns. And a way to, like, chain block it, too. Attack for 3,000, pass turn, draws Droll. Sets it. Draws World Legacy Guard Dragon. He's going to link those 2 off into Protector. Banish Saferd, add back Levy, and then banish Lights and Darks, summon out Levy, Levy effect. He's going to pop both the sets, and then World Legacy Guard Dragon, bring out Tracer. You know, like, this dude is so mad, but, like, this is a favorable matchup for him. Like, I don't know why he's mad about it. Like, This is like playing Domain Monarch versus like BA and then bragging about like winning. But like the opposite. This is playing Domain Monarch and losing to BA. And then just being salty that it happened. But shout out to the Dragon Link player. He did good there. I mean, he was just gonna chaser, attack direct for game. Droll in that deck is weird. It's not horrible, but I don't think it should like absolutely be played like mandatory. I think like some people say it's like mandatory in the deck, but it's not. If you droll your opponent in this deck, you can't go for game next turn. So then they're just gonna do their search stuff next turn, and they can definitely outgrind you. It's definitely possible. Like your deck's not super duper great at grinding. It's decent, but you can definitely get shut down. Compared to where like if you're playing this deck and you're playing the mirror match, if you droll them, like you're just going for sword next turn and just boop game. But that's gonna be it for the video. Again, let me know how the mic was. There's gonna be LCS matches going up later on the channel. I know it's like an LCS 3v3. I have no idea how I'm gonna record it and post it. I'm probably just gonna like record single duels and post it because I have no idea how I'm gonna get all the different replays from all the teammates. But if you and your teammates hear this, this is your time to shine. Send in the replays and yeah, maybe I'll post it if they're good enough. But like the finals for sure, I'm gonna find a way to post. I'm gonna think of a way. Maybe I'll just like post all the finals games like separately. I don't know. But that's gonna be it for the video. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. The DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day or night.